What's up guys, Blue Cover Productions here, bringing some more Trick and Treat. Where we left off, we got our soul eaten by... we got part of our soul sucked out by the blonde hair girl, then Ashley sucked the rest of it, and we died. Really unfortunate, really terrible. This time we're gonna try to get the other endings, because this game only has a few more endings. This probably will be the last episode. Possibly. Okay, so we went into the house. So this time we're gonna do the option of not going into the house. So let me see. We have to pick her up. I remember that. Escape from the cat. Confront the cat. Okay, we're gonna cup it. Keep her captured. We're not gonna kill her. We already got that ending. Okay, and then this time, when she's rude to us, we have to stay with her. Okay, we're gonna trust her this time, because last time we didn't trust her. Ashley then stays silent, looking at me with puppy eyes. However, she soon recovers her proud attitude. If you want, hold my hand. I won't harm you, she suddenly says. I look carefully at her. She has a very arrogant face, as if it was a great honor to be able to touch her. You won't do anything strange? I asked, distrustful, but after seeing her again, I do not think she was lying. Ashley nods, full of confidence. I promise you. I stare at her for a few seconds, making sure there isn't a trap. Okay, but why don't you want me to hold your hand? Or why do you want me to hold your hand? I act at the same time. I extend my hand. Ashley opens her eyes, surprised after hearing my question. Then she stares at me with annoyance. Are you stupid? Obviously to guide you out of the forest. Okay, but like, unless the forest is like a maze, it's like the maze runner maze, where if you don't stay close to the person, the maze shuts on you. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Can't I just follow you? Like, what? She said just as she takes my hand in one quick move. I then find myself being dragged by this strange girl. But this is the opposite way from where the melodious voice comes, I said, looking back for a second. I felt really curious about who she was. You ignore that voice. It charms men to make them her victims. Think of it as a siren, Ashley explained, in bad mood, with eyes always looking to the front. It seems she didn't get along well with whoever that person or entity was. Wouldn't you be the one who collects souls of fools? Dude, I thought you trusted her. You can't be saying that like that. I asked without thinking. Yeah, he clearly, because honestly, I'm like, she's trying to warn you from that voice, and I feel like if you're going to accuse her of that, she's definitely going to be pissed at you. I seriously need more experience when dealing with a girl. I mean, apparently, because honestly, that's how you get slapped. If only I were more popular. You're probably not popular because you say crap like that. Ashley stops suddenly. She then turns at me, showing me a furious face. You idiot. I already said I'm the good one. See, but how do I know you're the good one, okay? See, like, we have no idea. I don't know you. I don't know her. You really wouldn't know until it's too late. For a moment, I thought she was going to hit me on the head, as she should. But fortunately, she stopped before doing so, or biting me again. Okay, I meekly responded, as if I were a scolded child. But if you eat me, I will make sure to give you the worst indigestion in your life. Isn't she like dad or something? You idiot, I don't eat humans, replied Ashley, ending with an arrogant snort. 3:11 a.m. Okay, we're going through the forest. Several minutes had passed since I started to walk hand in hand with Ashley. At the beginning, I did not trust her at all, but the more time passed, the easier it was to believe her. I hadn't noticed before how comfortable her hand is, soft and pleasant to the touch. I blushed just thinking about it. Even if she is a witch, she's a girl too, right? Then I sigh. Come on, Alex. Composure, composure. With every step, the curse of the forest seemed to weaken. The atmosphere was less oppressive every minute until finally I was able to forget about that unpleasant feeling. Before I noticed, the darkness had returned to normal, feeling only empty. The rotten smell also had disappeared without a trace. Now I could really say I was in a common and ordinary forest, even boring. But I could not be more grateful for that. Just a little more to get out, so let's keep moving. Then I set my sight on the back of Ashley, watching her walk in silence. She was completely focused on that simple thing. If you're the witch from the legend, why are you helping me? I suddenly asked, not thinking twice before it. I was really intrigued by that. Dude, you just ask all the personal questions. This guy has no filter, no chill at all. Ashley stops and turns looking at me with an angry face. Idiot. Do you really think that all witches are evil? She was right. The general image of witches is not good, but it's not as if stereotypes were truthful. Then she closes her eyes, making an annoyed face. It's true that I had supernatural powers, but I never used them to do harm. Ashley lowers her sight and pauses. Suddenly she looks sad. My only sin was to be born in the time of the witch hunts. That's why I was condemned. That explains it well. I feel that I can trust she is good. But there's still one more question. And how did you end up becoming a cat? Ashley immediately blushes. She was so embarrassed that it was almost adorable. Almost. Well, before my execution, there was a cat watching in the distance, so I decided to transfer my soul to it. She explained, avoiding looking into my eyes. Of course, we now share the body we have like a deal. The cat will be happy as long as it has something to eat and a place to sleep. I try to provide her with all those needs, and in return she lets me stay in her body. As she talks, she is blushing shyly. The real question though is so you can talk to the cat now? I see. I think it's a fair deal, I replied with a sincere smile. The truth is that I found it a little funny. It turned out that she is both a girl and a cat. That answers some questions. Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple of times. When she wants to, she can be very cute. Too bad that happens so rarely. Not saying more, Ashley continues walking to the exit. This time, I stay in silence. All that remains for me is to escape from this place. 11:15 a.m. Okay, so that was all in the span of 4 minutes. Well, here we are, Ashley said just a few minutes after we talked. She isn't lying. I can see the end of the forest in the distance. I had to contain my desire to scream with joy at the moment. There must be 2 other humans close here, your friends. Go with them. Return home. I hope that nobody else comes tonight, Ashley said, giving me a subtle farewell, but strangely, she does not let go of my hand. She looks deep into my eyes. Amazed, I notice the gentleness that reflects on them. Can you make me a promise? She suddenly said with an honest voice. It was no joke. What is it? I asked, full of curiosity. I don't know what I could do for a witch, but after helping me to escape, I think that she deserves me to hear her request. End this legend, she then murmured with an air of sadness. I can't understand why she asks for something like this. I can't. She doesn't want any more innocent men to die. And it's only men, because the blonde one only takes men. Doesn't care about women. If you're a woman, don't gotta worry about it. Come in this forest all you want. Have a party. Do whatever. But if you're a man, turn the other way. This is death to all men. The death to all men forest. I want you to help me to keep people away. The legend only attracts more people, as in your case. I need to kill it, replacing the supernatural danger with a human danger. A human danger? So you want me to scare them with ordinary dangers, as these or ferocious animals? On second thought, there's logic in what you said, or asked. If you remove the element of magic and only leave the danger, then exploring the forest is not worth the risk. Ashley nods, and then looks into my eyes, blushing. Yes, exactly, she said, pleased. Okay, I'll do it. You can rely on me, I responded with determination. I wanted her to know how serious I was, that it was not a promise I would forget as soon as I got out of the forest. No, but you would forget everything else. Thank you. Then she closes her eyes momentarily and inflates her chest with pride. You aren't as stupid as I thought. Wow, you can't be nice to this guy for a second. I should have expected something like that. Hey, I told you not to talk ill of someone when they're in front of you, I complained angrily. This girl, simply will never change. After seeing my reaction, Ashley cannot help but laugh. I'm sorry. It's the first time I've seen her so happy. That made me blush. Ashley looked unexpectedly adorable at that moment. My heart was nervously beating as if I was with a normal girl. Suddenly she stares at me and gets so close her face is less than an inch from mine. Again, she demonstrates not knowing what personal space is. But this time, I don't know whether to be angry or thankful. Having her so close, a beautiful girl, makes me very nervous. This is the farewell, she suddenly said. She then brings her lips to my cheek and gives me a tender kiss. Even though, guys, I'm pretty sure we read this before in the other ending. I think it's the same ending, but different, because you didn't have the option to trust or doubt her before. You just automatically trusted her. Everything becomes white at that moment. Everything loses its color. Everything is gone. Everything. Well, hey, we're back at the house. 3:18 a.m. Also, these kids are out at 3 a.m. and the parents aren't saying nothing. If I was out at 3 a.m., my parents would be, suspicious, because I don't go out. I don't really go out. Where would I have gone? I'm outside of the forest. I have no idea of how I made it here, but this is no illusion. I am bewildered, as if I had been sleepwalking. Alex! Alex! Suddenly, I hear someone calling my name. But it's not any strange voice. It's the voice of my friends who are looking for me. Hey, over here! I shout, without a second of hesitation, with a bit of clumsiness because of my confusion. Soon they found me and impatiently run towards me. Where were you? The worry was killing us. Yet you left me for dead. Thanks a lot, guys. Steven said with a face that I don't remember having ever seen before. Before answering, I rubbed my forehead. Within the forest, I couldn't find the exit. Alfred was about to say something, but before that, I interrupted him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just lost. The important thing is that we are all safe. Yes, you're right. Hey, don't you feel that we are forgetting something? Alfred murmured at the same time he lowers his sights. Pensive? Wait, what? Pensive? Wait. Alfred murmured at the same time he lowers his sight. Pensive. Okay, I don't know what that means. Suddenly, a blurry image appears in my mind. It was white and bright, but I can't remember more. However, that weak memory awakes a strange feeling of nostalgia in me. It was as if I had lost something, but what could it be? Anyway, we should go home. This has gone too far for a test of courage, I said with no intention of spreading spending one more minute in this forest. They both agree with me with nothing else to say. We can only return home. By the way, guys, we should write on that page to not go to the forest. Forget about the witches. Somebody might get lost there, as it happened to me. It was a miracle that I came out alive with that beast lurking around. Before knowing it, my lips move. Why did I say that? I have no idea, but something inside inspired me to do so. To be honest, I have no memory of the beast I speak of. All I can remember is that it had red eyes and white fur, but nothing more. Then I remember something. I think it was a promise I made to... Wait, to whom had I made that promise? I think about it for a moment in silence, but in the end, I can't remember a thing. No matter. All I know is that I got out and I'll never come back here again. Or will you? Hey, we got the good ending where the dude don't die. Now let's get the ending where we might die. Cause we have a save here. Yep, just before we did our thing with her. But everything sounds too sweet all of a sudden, right? I don't remember my luck being this good. Soon I remember what the cat said. Not wanting it, doubt appears in my mind. Should I kiss her? How about we don't do it? Don't kiss her. Despite how adorable this girl is, there's something about her explanation that doesn't sound right at all. Everything seems too convenient to be true. It is impossible for luck to so suddenly have improved. While I think about it, she unexpectedly gets closer to me, and then looks at me with puppy eyes so adorable they could charm anyone. Aren't you gonna do it? She asks with innocence. I don't know what to do in this situation. Well, wait, before we do that, we haven't even properly introduced ourselves. I said, clearly nervous. I can feel my heart beating anxiously as the girl stares at me. She blinks confused and then smiles sweetly. My name is Lilian. She doesn't look angry in the least. This girl definitely has something special. Yeah, she's great at manipulation. A skill that a lot of people would love to develop. My name is Alex, I said in a robotic voice. However, it doesn't seem to bother her. I show her a nervous smile. I have to say something else to stop her, but nothing comes to my mind. Without any shyness, Lilian gets closer to me. She has no problem in taking the initiative. Her eyes suddenly become naughty. Something in them makes my blood warm. It's a pleasure, Alex. I very much appreciate your help. She brings her lips closer to mine and then places her arms around my neck to prevent my escape. That gesture alone freezes me in place. Well, this guy is a goner. I watched her slowly approach me, closer and closer, until I feel her soft lips against mine. And this is where the story ends, guys. At that moment, I felt as if I had been possessed. My desires take control of my body, forcing me to kiss her passionately. As if we were lovers seeing each other after a long time. I close my eyes. I don't need to see. I only need to feel the warm love and taste of her lips. However, the sweetness soon dies, being replaced with a stabbing pain, as if someone had stabbed a sword made of ice into my back. Without even thinking, I break the kiss and pull away from her. What did you do? I asked, looking incredulously at the girl. What was going on? I feel so cold, as if someone had stolen half the heat from my body. I also feel heavy as stone. But there was no answer. Before she could talk, suddenly something attacks us. With such power that destroys part of the cabin, opening a large hole that connects to the outside. I'm gonna save here just because I don't really remember if there's a thing that happens after this, but and I have to make a choice. Just want to keep that in mind. I can't even begin to imagine what that was. It was like seeing a wrecking ball doing its job. The blow was strong enough to push me away from Lilian. She seemed equally as surprised as me. I immediately get up and look for the culprit. The answer surprised me. "You really are an idiot. What are you doing?" Ashley said, furious. Suddenly, she takes my hand with superhuman strength. It was vastly superior to what her thin appearance would suggest. She dragged me away from the cabin, as if kidnapping me. I couldn't do anything to stop her. Poor dude. 3:23 a.m. In just a few minutes, we got very far away from the cabin. How quickly Ashley can run impresses me. She is definitely not human. She finally lets me free. My hand was red and hurt from how strong her grip was. But fortunately, I feel better from the kiss. My body had recovered its heat and energy. "Why the heck did you do that?" I asked immediately with anger. You're about to die and you're getting angry at Ashley? Really? Who does this cat think she is to do something like this? Who are you to complain that this girl helped you from not getting your face sucked out by the succubus? "I should be the one asking that," Ashley replied, looking me in the eyes with contempt. "Because of you, she has already recovered most of her powers." She then explained, ending with a face of rejection, diverting her look from my eyes. She was overreacting, maybe. "What are you talking about? She only wants to be free from you," I said with annoyance. I simply couldn't believe her. Neither of the two girls in this forest seemed trustworthy. This is misfortune considering how beautiful they are. I mean, not gonna lie, they are pretty beautiful. "You really are an idiot," Ashley said, looking at me with her red eyes full of contempt. "Yes, she wants to be free to fulfill her revenge. Can't you understand that? The only one that I don't understand here is you. My patience had ended long ago. I'm not in the mood for a scolding. I mean, to be honest, if she was nicer, maybe I wouldn't have went to the cabin. I mean, just saying. Stupid human to be so easily seduced by her. All men are equal. None can think with the right head." Okay, I'm a man and I resent that. Some of us have a good mind on our shoulders, okay? You can't, just because this guy is a fool. But then again, to be honest, you're not really trustworthy either. You didn't say, she tried to warn him. But you could have explained the situation. You didn't have to turn into a cat and just start freaking the crap out of people. I mean, sure, but if you sit down and explain the situation, they would probably be better off. And they would probably trust you more. If you weren't so hostile, just saying. Ashley folds her arms and exclaims with annoyance, while looking at me as if I were a spoiled child. "Because of your reckless actions, we are in serious trouble," Ashley said, frustrated. "If you only had believed me, this wouldn't be happening. But what are you talking about? She must be freed since she is suffering," I said without hesitation. "I cannot forget the sweet words of that girl, Lilian." Suddenly Ashley gives me a piercing look, sharp as a knife. Why do believe her story? She is deceiving you, idiot. That's what she wants to... What she wants you to believe. Seriously, dude, sometimes I question, did they proofread this at all? Because, I like the story, it's awesome, but, sometimes the English in it is just no. And how do we know that? I asked, being suspicious. "I do not like this girl. She really is too bossy and nagging." "You idiot, didn't you notice when she was absorbing your vital energy?" Ashley said, tearing down in a second all of my doubt and resistance with a look of anger in her red eyes. "Yes, that's what she was doing, absorbing you, just like she did in the past with those 5 unfortunate men," she explained while while staring at me. The latest victim was 20 years ago. Since that day, I promised that nobody else would get close to her. Hearing that called my attention immediately. And why did you do that? Ashley looked distraught after speaking of the death of that man. Like, why did I do that? Why did I stop you from going to a succubus who wanted to kill you? You're asking me why I did that. That's stupid. That's just ignorance right there. I wonder if she felt guilty for that. If she gets her hands on one more victim, she will fully recover her powers. And once she achieves it, she will bring her revenge for what your ancestors did to her. Worst of all, is that with the energy you have given her, she is now able to leave this forest and search for a last victim. Is that the truth? Oh, then why'd you run away from her? You need to take her out now, I asked incredulously. I didn't like the sound of it. If it's true, we could be in big trouble. Not only me, but everyone. Ashley bites her lips with anxiety. Yes, what's worse is I have no energy to deal with her. After saying that, she looks at me in anger. Since a certain group of idiots decided to come here for God knows what, I can't respond to that. I only feel guilty. If she said that they came for a test of courage, I bet she would knock him the heck out. Like, boy, she would just suplex him, like, do a, like, uppercut, jab. Like, honestly, she would go Street Fighter on his car. Like, man, on his face. Go Street Fighter on that car when you get to the car special stage. When you go ham on that car, only the car is his face. I could get rid of your friends, but for some reason, I couldn't with you. You have a stronger magical power than normal. Ashley explains, ending with a sigh of frustration. Oh, then teach her magic. That would be awesome. What did you do with my friends? I asked firmly without even hesitating. Thinking that they could be wounded gave me force, but perhaps I was just overacting. Don't worry, they are safe. I only made them leave from the forest. Ashley replied, folding her arms. Then she sighs. But creating the illusion and getting them out left me very weakened. Is that why you were lying on the ground when I found you? I said it right, but for some reason it said you found. You found? No, it's when I found you. Yeah, I'm like, again, did they proofread this? Cause I mean, that's just bad grammar, and I'm just, it kind of ruins the mood and whatever, the story, cause I'm just like, no. I said, recalling that moment. She was wounded and unconscious. I couldn't help but feel sorry for her at that moment, at that time. Yes, but also, it didn't help that I had a fight with the innocent princess you saw before. She looks back at me, unpleased, but this time, just for a moment. After saying that, we both remained quiet, allowing silence to surround us. It's been a while since I last heard the voice calling me. I think that I ceased being useful to Lilian, as Ashley said. Suddenly, Ashley snaps her fingers. Wait, there's still a chance, she said, full of energy. There's a glimmer of hope in her eyes. Then she sets her sight on me. Hear me well. This is the only way to defeat her. Ashley speaks with her usual arrogance, but I notice a slight blush in her cheeks. What is it? I asked, curious to hear her idea. Do you remember what she asked you to do to help her regain power? Ashley asked, blushing more. She then coughs a few times to clear her throat. Yes, she told me to kiss her, I replied without even thinking about it. But shortly after I realized what I'm saying. Wait, you want me to kiss you too? I asked in uncertainty. I don't know if I should feel lucky or used, to be honest. Definitely both. Because, I mean, she's not ugly. But also, I mean, she's only kissing you to take your life energy. So, you know, that's just tough, man. Because you apparently are a magical vessel for energy. You idiot. It's not that I want a kiss from you. Ashley roared. Then she diverts her sight from my eyes, making a snort of rejection. It's just that it's the only way to achieve this. Why? I'm sorry, but like, you're a witch. Don't you have a spell for extracting energy from people that doesn't involve lip contact? Like, I mean, there has to be a spell. Like, come on. Besides, what she did was not kissing you. It was stealing your life energy. Heh. What she did was stealing my vital energy with a kiss. How ironic. I said sarcastically. Dude, who jokes about almost getting murdered? The memory was still fresh on my lips. If not for the small detail of the thief of vital energy, it would have been a great kiss. And your last kiss. Actually, at that time, seemed to shiver. Also, did she also kiss those? That means she kissed those grown men. That's, I mean, she is, granted, like, centuries old, so I guess that would be fine. But the fact that she looks like a kid, just, no. That just makes the whole situation weird. Then she looks at me furious. It seems that your brain does not understand the complexity of the issue. I do not plan to steal your life energy. My intention is to get energy from your feelings of love. After saying that, she looks away embarrassed. Did I hear right? Something here sounds completely wrong. Also, if she can get, energy from my feelings of love, why the heck is that other one trying to steal my life energy? Like, I mean, you could have been oh wait, she wants to get revenge on humanity, my ancestors. So I guess she doesn't like me, so I guess killing me would benefit her. Yeah, okay, never mind. That was a stupid question. Wait, what are you trying to say? Ashley coughs twice to clear her throat. If your feelings for me are full of love, I can regain my energy, she said, unable to look me in the eyes. Her face is red as an apple. This has to be a joke. Like, this is the most funny witch story ever. Like, I have to love you to get your powers, to give you powers. Okay. I mean, it's not hard. He's probably head over heels for her. But that's impossible. How can I feel love for someone I've just met? You can apparently make out with a bunch of people you just met, and you can find them, like, really endearing and adorable, so I don't want to hear that crap about you can't love someone you just met, because you've been doing it this whole game. I wouldn't say this to anyone. Please help me. Insignificant human. Okay, first of all, you called me insignificant. How am I supposed to love you when you insult me to my face? She said with forced arrogance. At the same time, she looks at me, saying with eyes that I should be thankful. With her eyes that I should be thankful. But seriously, proofread your game before you upload it. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying this, but like, there's supposed to be a word there and it's missing, and reading it makes no sense unless you add the word. The way in which she acts is not very correct, honestly, but she did her best effort to do so. That can be seen in plain sight. However, should I trust her words? She has been causing me memory problems tonight. Also, I'm gonna save this over this save just because I didn't get any choices, and it kind of feels like I'm getting close to having to make a choice. I was even chased, attacked, and kidnapped by her. Yep, because it sounds like we're going to be making a choice. Then should I? I can't trust her, believe and help her. Okay, let's do I can't trust her. Why not? I'm sorry, I can't believe in what you say, I said suddenly, with a voice more serious than before. It's no joke. I feel bad for saying it, but it's how I really feel. You attacked me and my friends. Why should I help you? The face Ashley makes says it all. She simply cannot believe it. But, she murmured with disbelief reflecting on her red eyes. She seemed hurt, but there's no turning back. I'm sorry, but this is my decision, I said, putting an end to the conversation. Goodbye. I then added, starting to walk back to the cabin. Okay, go. Just go back to her, Ashley suddenly said, furious. Truth is, I can't blame her. I hope you don't regret it later. Not saying more, I distance myself from her, one step at a time. Before losing sight of her, I take a look back. She is on her knees, facing towards the ground. I feel sorry for her, but I've already made my decision. I wonder how Lilian is doing. I hope she is well, since we were attacked by Ashley for no reason. No doubt I felt something when I kissed her, but perhaps there's more behind it than what I heard from Ashley. I should go talk to her. 3:35 a.m. You know what? I probably should have trusted her before I did this one. Finally, I'm here. Again, the image of the old cabin stands in front of my eyes. I sigh, doubting for a second, but I have to be strong. Arming myself with courage, I go towards the cabin and prepare to knock on the door. But just at that moment, someone or something stops me. Alex! Before I knew it, Lilian opens the door and gives me a warm hug, excited to see me back. It seems that she heard my footsteps as I approached. Or perhaps she has some power of observation. Either way, it doesn't matter. She is here and seems happy to see me. Brave knight, you are back safe and sound, Lilian said while looking me in the eyes with tenderness, then giving me a sweet smile. Seems impossible she could do something as evil as Ashley said. Yes, it seems so, I murmured without much emotion. I was more than confused. No matter what I do, something always seemed to be wrong. Don't worry about me. I'm much better now, thanks to the help you gave me. Lilian ends with a sweet smile. However, now I should reward you for coming back to my side. The last thing she says calls my attention instantly. Reward me? I repeated inquisitively. What kind of reward can she be talking about? Of course, since you managed to escape from the claws of that horrible Ashley, and you've shown loyalty to me, that is why you'll have your reward. After saying that, Lilian's eyes turned naughty. What does that mean, her eyes turned naughty? Like, what? Does that mean her expression changed, or what? Like, what does my eyes turning naughty mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. She looks into my eyes with a playful smile. What, you mean she became flirtatious? Suddenly, she approaches her face close to mine. I can smell her feminine scent. I can smell your feminine scent. Okay, that's a weird way to describe a person's smell. Feminine scent, okay. Before there wasn't any scent, since she had yet to truly materialize. Close your eyes, and you will receive your reward. Lilian says those words very gently. There's something charming in her voice. I cannot resist her. Before I knew it, I had closed my eyes as she asked me. At that moment, her lips and mine come together again. Man. Only this time, it's much more intense. I can feel her heat and softness in more detail. Our kiss is much more passionate than the one before. Without any shame, we kissed, overflowing with lust and desire. Suddenly, I feel my strength leave my body. She holds me tight so that I don't fall down as if I were a toy. After kissing her, from the bottom of my heart, I am left without any energy. My skin is pale and my body feels cold, heavy, as if made of lead. Yep, now she's hanging over me. This is where I die. Don't worry, I won't take your life. See guys, she won't kill me this time. She just took a lot of my energy. I'll be fine. Lilian said, full of pride. Besides, I have more than enough energy to accomplish my vengeance. Suddenly, she smiles. It is a malicious smile that I never would have wanted to see. Wait, did she say revenge? My mind barely works now. Everything looks fuzzy. Everything is so confusing. I don't even seem to mind hearing that or imagine how cool it could be. Definitely, there is something broken in me. You've shown loyalty to me, so you will be my partner in this eternity. That kiss was our contract. You shall be my servant and will obey me and please me in everything that I need. After saying that, Lilian suddenly begins to laugh, an eerie laughter filled with joy. Yes, my lady, was all I could say without showing any rejection, without any resistance. My body and my mind has ceased to be under my control. It's my first slave. How pleasing. I never thought that I would find a human so stupid, but at the same time, noble as well as you. Well, I mean, at least she's complimenting me. So, I mean, that's better than just being called a slave. But, like, being a slave, that sucks, man. That's tough. That's rough. That's really unfortunate for you. Should have listened to Ashley. I think I was lucky. Lilian's look at the time reflects a seductive malice. They are cruel blue eyes that love to be like that. Also, this guy got a better deal than the other people. They didn't get the option to be slaves. They only got the option to get killed. But there's a problem. A slave without power is not useful. She pauses, then snaps her fingers. I know. I will share some of my power with you. Count yourself lucky. See, and she's also it's because he's hot, isn't it? My character must be hot. That's the only reason why she gave him this option. After saying that, she laughs playfully. Then she sets her gaze on me. I suddenly feel that my strength is returning to normal. She lets go of me, and I have no problem standing on my own. But soon I realize that I was wrong. I feel even stronger than before. Great, now just one more thing to do, Lilian said as she looks at me with a mischievous smile. Suddenly she wasn't thinking anything good. But before she could say more, something interrupts her. Ashley appeared in front of the two. Thankfully, you still live. Come with me. We can beat her, Ashley shouted, sounding almost desperate. I hear it, but even if I want it, my body does not respond. I am completely still, as if it were a statue. You idiot! What are you waiting for? Flee, Ashley said, seeing my lack of reaction, sounding even more desperate. Here the only idiot is you. Don't you realize? It was not necessary to kill him to carry out my plan, Lilian responded, overflowing with pride and confidence. The look in her blue eyes said it all. She already had the victory in her hands. Ashley freezes for a second from the impression. She was stunned. Wait, what are you trying to say? She asks, full of disbelief that was visible in plain sight. Lilian smiles. Simple. He gave me all of his energy, and as a reward, I allowed him to be my slave. You lie! 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 Ashley doesn't take the news well. She screams furiously while looking with hatred at Lilian. The timidity of the two must be something deeper than what I imagined. No, it's the truth. Was the simple response of Lilian displaying a confident smile that was almost insulting to see? Ashley bites her lower lip with anguish. Her eyes at that time become sharp. I didn't expect to have to use this method, but there's no other option. Suddenly, Ashley's nails ground long and sharp as knives. Oh, Ashley's nails grow long and sharp as knives. She points to her own jugular. Stop her, ordered Lilian without hesitation. At that moment, I feel my body disintegrate, and before I knew it, I was right next to Ashley. In less than a blink, I had changed positions. By pure instinct, I grab her arms and stop Ashley. No! Let go of me, you giant idiot! I have to do this, or you don't know what will happen. She tries to escape, but now I have more strength, superhuman strength. I will not allow you to do that, Lilian said, ending with a short laugh. Then she smiles, full of confidence, partly hiding her lips behind one hand with elegance. Dang, poor Ashley. Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Ashley repeats the same thing over and over, but little by little she becomes quieter, accepting her defeat. She then lowers her head in silence. It appears something was stealing her power. It's my fault. That something is no one other than me. You will be my main guest, Ashley, of how I carry out my revenge. You don't have to worry about those idiot humans. Besides, deep down, you wanted it too. Ashley silently accepts her fate. It breaks my heart to see her like that, but no matter how hard I try, my body doesn't listen to me, not even a single muscle. Tonight I will fulfill the reason of my existence. How beautiful. After so long waiting for this day, finally, they will know my revenge. Finally. Lilian looks very different from when I first saw her. She now can't stop laughing with euphoria. Every single one of her laughs leaves a scar in my heart. Now I understand my mistake. Now that is too late. My body has become a slave. I am just a puppet now, waiting for my lady to pull my strings. Dang, this is why you shouldn't have. That night, I was a witness to the most heinous acts someone could commit. Murders, torture, screams, blood, tears. I saw all of this, more than once each. Family, friends, and neighbors were murdered, and I couldn't do anything about it. No, that isn't right. My own hand were the ones who took their lives. I still remember their faces in agony, slightly begging me to stop. But no matter how much I wanted to, my will is controlled by someone else. I am just a puppet now, waiting for my mistress to pull my strings. An eternal life, filled with misery, is all that awaits me now. In my despair, I managed to break the control of Lilian, but just for long enough to make a single move. Surrounded by death and fire, I shout a loud and heartbreaking scream to the sky. My voice echoes all over, carrying a message of pain for which there are no words. And that's the bad ending, right? Because, I couldn't see this being a good ending. My revenge in this town is fulfilled. However, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Lilian pauses. She beholds the destruction of the town with satisfaction, and then turns to look at me with a smile. We are leaving. Yes, my princess. You are so cute. Seeing her smile makes my heart pound. Although I'm just a puppet, now I still keep a fragment of my conscience. But it's already corrupted. Her revenge and smile inspire love instead of hatred, because my life and world are only Lilian now. We will be always together for all eternity. Of course, I will always protect you, help you, and love you for all eternity. I will do anything, everything, so that my lady, my princess, can be happy. I couldn't expect anything less from you, my loyal servant. You truly are my knight in shining armor. Dang, that's messed. That's really messed. That means he killed his own parents, friends. Like, man, that's awful. What? Town of... What? Amberdon? Oxshire Century, November 12th. Oh, okay, we're going to other towns and killing those people now? Okay, well, that was interesting. It's been over 1 week since the discovery of the total slaughter in the small town. Police still have no clues about what happened here. The evidence is scattered everywhere, explained the chief of police, William Lemon. It's as if we were trying to find a needle in a haystack. An explanation for why everyone suddenly decided to kill their neighbors and commit suicide later, but sadly there isn't one. In this case, the needle does not exist. So far, everything seems to point that it was a pagan ritual. This town years ago was related to witches and other supernatural legends, but there is no doubt these deaths were the results of nothing but human actions. Anyway, we will continue with the investigation. The chief sounded confused, but in reality, all the country is. Literally, in a single night, all the inhabitants of Abingdon died. The hand of their own neighbors. They were not just murderers. Many were tortured too, according to the investigations. More than 1,000 people were burned alive in this incident. Oh, hey, we got the Lilian ending. Okay, great. Okay, we got credits, guys. So we got one of the big main endings. I think this is the worst possible bad ending you can get. Wait, writing an English translation. Oh, okay. Okay, now I see why the English is kind of bad. Because when you're translating, and it was translated. Wait, okay. Wait, no. If I remember forgetting, I keep forgetting. This was a French thing, and converting French to English, sometimes the word doesn't translate well. Sometimes it doesn't translate well in English. So that's why there's so many English errors. Okay, now I understand. Now that I understand, I will be less hard about the grammatical errors in this game. But anyway, guys, we got one of the main bad endings. In the next episode, we'll be getting the good ending and possibly wrapping this series up. But until then, I'm Blue Kirby Productions signing off. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and stay frosty, my friends.